So today we did DLR passing again, this time if you cannot break the lapel grip. So the first option is to go to the opposite side of the lapel grip, drop the knee in. It's similar to when we did the split leg passing. So in that case, keep your knee pressing against the ground. Oh, you want to grab a double lapel yourself, first of all, and then drop the knee in. So you are pulling with the lapels and letting gravity pull your knee in. That should break the ankle grip. But that's not actually, it's probably not going to happen, because what your opponent will do will be to ride his the leg that's upright, that's on your hip, up to prevent you from putting your weight on that side. So if he does that, if he brings his leg up in response, then you do a rodeo pass to that side and drop the knee on belly. If he, while you're doing the rodeo pass, drops that leg again to the hip, you can now, because that leg isn't that strong, you can now step over that leg. And then you have the options that you had before in the usual one, where you can go to side smash. If he blocks side smash, then you can go to knee cut. Yeah, except this time he still has your lapel. So I'm not exactly sure why you don't care about the lapel grip now. Tim mentioned it briefly, but I don't actually remember what he said. Yeah, so it's sort of the same thing, except yeah, I guess you're sort of off balance. Let me just think about this for a second. So oh, because, okay, so I think what it is, okay, so if you're not able to break his grip, it's because his arm is bent. So he's using his bicep to pull you down. What that prevents him from doing is pulling you overhead, because he's pulling you into the ground. That's the only way that he'll be able to prevent you from breaking the grip. So if he still has a grip that way when you step over, then he doesn't have the threat of the overhead pull. So that's the whole reason you wanted to break the overhead pull in the first place. Sorry, why you want to break the grip in the first place is to prevent the overhead pull. So if he's unable to do that, then you can step over without worrying about him pulling you down. I think that's all. Weak points to that is now you don't have his arm dragged across the body, which restricts his movement. So that makes the side smash slightly harder. I'm not sure if it makes the knee cut slightly harder or not. Yeah, so you still have all the same options that you had before when you don't break the grip. It's just slightly different. Yeah, the basic moves are all the same. So after we did the move, did positional training, I did it from side control and half guard on the bottom. Side control I was getting wrecked. Couldn't get my elbow in to that. I couldn't get the underhook. I was just sort of worming through. And then we switched so that I was on top and he got his legs in the So what I like to do when I'm on top of side control is I get one knee on the hip, one knee in the armpit, one elbow on the opposite hip, and then the other arm like a cross face, so my arm wraps around the neck and I pull his neck up. So this time I was unable to get my my knee into the armpit, so therefore he can get his elbow in. Okay, so when I'm on bottom, I should think about that. Why could he do that and I couldn't? Okay, so think about it. Think about the wedges when I do that. So attack the wedge that is in there. Okay. Then on the mount, I was able to get on the mount. Well, I was able to get wedges in and get some space. Get like a quarter guard. So then I should have tried to get the butterfly thing and the push away, but wasn't really able to do that. You don't get the quarter guard. So that's something to think about. Like, what's next? Once I get the initial space, what do I do after that? So he's on top, he wants to fill space. I'm on bottom, I want to create space. So instead of, I think when I'm on bottom, I still want to fill space. Like my instinct is to fill space. Essentially create space. Yeah. Then half guard. Brandon's going a little easy on me, so I was able to sweep him on it. But I reversed on it. I wasn't able. Oh, and that's because I also he did not cross face me, so I was able to get my head pretty deep. So that was yeah. So getting my head deep was definitely key to doing the sweep. But I was also unable to do anything once I lost the underhook on the other side. So underhook on the other side is 100% necessary. If I lose it, I'm not sure. I need to think about options if I lose that underhook on the other side. Yeah, and then when he was on bottom, I had trouble moving or staying on top. So I was trying to flatten. I got better when I was either trying to, when I was attacking the knee shield, I was either trying to flatten the knee shield or pull it across so I go to like a side knee cut. So when I was just trying to go around it, it was not working at all. I find when I am passing open guard, I'm very susceptible to people's legs. They're like super long, and it's easy for them to bounce me, especially if I step forward. If I step my foot above their knees, it's like terrible loser, even though I think that's what I'm supposed to do. If I want to pass, I want to get past these knees and shoulders. But yeah, so if I get my legs up there without, if I get one leg up there without the other one following, it's super easy for the other guy to off balance me, and it's really unstable. So I have to think about that too.